Hello, my name is Emma Pardee. I am lead lecturer on A-Level Art, and I also teach on A-Level Graphics. Both courses run in a 2-year programme as part of the A-Level programme. On the first year, I'm going to just talk to you about fine art though. In the first year in fine art, the course is all about experimentation. You're not assessed in that year, so it's all about trying out new methods, developing your skills, building on prior knowledge from your GCSEs, and experiencing new experiences. So we have fantastic facilities at the college, from our print suites to ceramics workshops that we can plan for you as the course progresses. And you also have an individual base room, which you'll be studying in. And then in the second year, that knowledge that you've developed will be refined, and that's the year that you'll be assessed. So that works in, there are 2 assessments that year. One is a coursework project, which is worth 60% of your final mark. That's a long project, which actually kind of starts in the summer term of your first year and finishes in January. And then in January, you'll set an exam from the exam board, and that's worth 40% of, that's the rest of your grade. And that's a shorter project, that's about 11 weeks. And again, that will be a whole project, a creative project, but will culminate in a timed final outcome or series of outcomes. During the 2 years, you'll work in a number of projects. At the beginning of the first year, the projects start very small. We have a 4-week project, which is in the just right period of the college, which is a very short project, which is where you work out if you're right for the course, and we work out if you're right for the course. So it's a bit of a taster session. And then as the year progresses in the first year, your projects get longer and longer, where you are supported to become increasingly independent during them, and each project becomes increasingly more student-led. Students tend to do very well on the course. General progression will either be directly onto foundation. We have a fantastic foundation at the college, so that's a really straightforward progression for a lot of students, but also obviously there are other foundations around that you could go on to. Alternatively, many of our students don't do foundation and go straight on to degree. Other students might choose a non-academic path and go into the workplace, but whatever you choose, we're there to support you through the pastoral process to get to where you need to be. So the type of equipment you'll need on the course is general art equipment. You will need that because you'll have 4.5 hours contact time with your subject teacher, probably me, but it may be me and a colleague. But then outside of that time, students must spend an additional at least 4.5 hours on independent study. If you want to get a high grade, that will be considerably more for a practical subject like A-Level Art. So to do that work, you'll need equipment at home. We will provide you with an equipment list. But just to give you kind of a taste of what you need, you'll need a sketchbook for each project, and that will be an A3 sketchbook, and the weight of the paper is quite important, but again those details you'll have nearer the time. You'll need lead pencils, graphite sticks, acrylic paint, watercolours preferably, and some sort of monotone drawing media, so perhaps some charcoal, and ink, fine liners, that sort of general equipment that you would have used most of before. Some of you will already have at home from working on your GCSE art, but if not, you will need to get that for the course. So the entry requirements for A-Level Art, you must have your standard GCSE entry requirement for the A-Level programme, but additionally you must have GCSE Fine Art Grade 5 or above. For each project, or at least once a term, we try to plan a trip for you to a gallery or some kind of outside experience outside of the college. Last year we took the students up to London twice. and that was a great experience for them. Partly kind of experiencing, considering themes outside of their normal learning environment, but also encountering art and artists' works personally, kind of directly, rather than on the internet or just in books. And that's really, really important for you as art students. So that's what we kind of intend. As you move on, and certainly in the second year, and your work becomes increasingly independent, there may be exhibitions that we will direct you to that you'll need to go to yourself, because that will inform your projects, which, like I said, will be more unique to you as you progress during the course. Thanks for watching the introduction into A-Level Fine Art. If you've got any questions, please do get in touch. Otherwise, it would be lovely to see you in the future.